Hi, everybody. Welcome to the School of Emotion. My name's Infinity. Thank you for joining me on these 31 days where I'm providing tools to support yourself in building a resilient, flexible, and well-resourced nervous system. 7 years ago, I had brain surgery, and learning how to work with my nervous system has been the most pivotal, fundamental, foundational change of my healing process. So these exercises that I'm teaching you are some of my daily practices and things that I do to continue to continue building the capacity of my nervous system, to continue staying resourced, flexible. These are all tools and things that I learned over the last 7 years is I've been learning how to feel safe in my body, want to be alive again, feel excited about life. So thank you for joining me. Today, we're going to be focusing on the emotion of grief. If you found these practices, if you've joined me for other days and you've found these practices supportive for yourself, your life, if you're noticing changes, please like, subscribe, share if you know friends or family members that you'd be supportive. Sometimes throughout the holidays can be some of the most stressful and challenging times. I know for me, there's often family stuff that comes up. There's historical triggers, there's expectations, loneliness, and sometimes just that overall feeling of exhaustion. Hi, sweetie. Hi, Amelia. So yeah, the holidays can be a really fucking hard time for a lot of people. I know for me, it brings up like this particular feeling of like being single and being a single mom and being like, and there's grief that comes around that. Like, I'm sad. I don't know if I'll ever like get over this, but I'm sad that my child doesn't have a father. And I'm sad that he chose not to be in her life. And so like, there's those times, like the holidays where it's like there's this picture perfect like family thing happening, and if I look externally and if I compare to what other families look like, I can feel super shitty inside. And there's been so many layers and different times of this process, and now I know how to support myself, and now I have created a community and people around me so I don't feel this lacking and I don't feel this loneliness. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do some practices for grief. Grieving comes in layers. It's like this perpetual tide. Like sometimes I'll think like, oh, I'm done with that. And then I'll find myself with just like another like overcoming moment of like, oh, it's still there. Um, I don't believe that grief is something we ever get over. It isn't something that you're really ever going to be done with. So really just knowing how to be gentle, kind, loving, and patient with yourself is the tool and is the practice for working with grief. And often, if we block it or pretend like, oh, I'm stronger than that, or try to like avoid the fact that it is actually there, it gets stuck and stored in our bodies like we've talked about before. And so it's going to come out in other ways. It's going to come out, your body's going to get louder. It might be, pain, it might be disease, it might be mental, emotional suffering. So it's important that we honor all of the emotions, not make any of them good, bad, right, wrong. Yesterday's practice of anger, as I shared yesterday, is often something that's protecting the soft, tender grief right underneath it. So for today's practice, I want you to find yourself in the most comfortable, loving, sweet, gentle, kind position. So I am going to stay seated here. I thought about getting in my bed today and like under the covers, but and then like the setup was going to just be too complicated. So I want you guys to take a moment and find yourself in the most comfortable position you can, the most nurturing position you can. Maybe it is in your bed, maybe it's laying on the ground, maybe it's just in the chair, and it's fine if it's just in the chair. So just take a moment while you get yourself comfortable. And I just want to share this little, like, it's kind of like a piece of poetry or something that I wrote. Grief, although painful, is an emotion of the heart. It is human, it is natural, and it is a part of our very existence. Grief is a truth of this reality. The physical plane is impermanent. Grief is necessary. Grief is cleansing. Grief is honoring. Grief births new life. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be creating a curious, intimate relationship with the landscape of this emotion. So find yourself in the most sweetest, cozy position. And if you're just sitting here, if you've chosen, to just sit where you are, I want you to bring your arms around yourself. There's a name for this in the somatic therapy world. This is called a somatic hug. And I want you to just bring your arms around yourself. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to come into your internal landscape. I want you to tune in to the most tender parts of yourself. I want you to tune in to the parts of you. Maybe there's pain. Maybe there's an emotion. And just breathe in through your nose and slowly out through your mouth as you offer yourself a gentle hug. Just noticing any areas in your body. Maybe there's tension. Maybe there's heaviness. Maybe there's tingling or numbness. Maybe there's a lump in your throat. Simply acknowledging these sensations without making them good or bad or right or wrong, as you breathe in through your nose and slowly out through your mouth. Practicing compassion for yourself, offering yourself what maybe you didn't have the time or space for in another moment. And I want you to gently start offering gentle squeezes on your upper arms. A gentle massage, a nurturing touch. And I want you to say to yourself, just inside, I'm here. I've got you. Whatever you're feeling right now is okay, is welcome in this moment. Continuing to breathe, noticing any sensations. For me right now, there's a little tightness in my chest. It's almost like I can feel the tears welling up. So if you feel an emotion building as we go through this, as you offer this loving self-touch to yourself, feel free to bring your hands to anywhere on your body that you do feel. Maybe it's an emotion starting to rise, starting to well up. And without your brain having to know why you're feeling this way or what it's about, just go ahead and bring your hands to that part of your body. And breathe with it. Sometimes when an emotion arises, like our face will tense up. For many people, when tears arise, like the brow will furrow. See if you can just gentle your brow, relax it, even if there's not an emotion arising for you. See how it feels for you inside when my emotion starts to rise. Is there something inside you that tenses up? Is there something inside you that wants to come rescue me from my emotion? And just notice, without making it good or bad or right or wrong. The emotions are cleansing, they're releasing. There doesn't have to be a story or a reason. It's simply moving energy that's been stuck and stored in my body. Remembering to breathe in through the nose. Maybe there's a gentle sigh. And with that gentle, audible sigh out, allowing the neck, shoulders, and head to relax. See if you can let some sound come out of your mouth as you sigh out. Now we're going to continue with this hug, but we're going to take one hand and we're going to put it under our armpit and the other hand on the shoulder. This offers us a sense of containment. Continuing to breathe, one hand under the armpit, one hand on the outside of the shoulder. Holding yourself, offering yourself what you need right now. Offering yourself the support, the care, the gentle, loving kindness, without trying to fix it, without trying to make it go away, without making whatever's going on in your mind or your body right now mean anything, without making it good or bad or right or wrong, just being there for yourself. Now we're going to switch hands and put the other hand under the armpit, the other hand over the shoulder, offering a sense of containment, holding yourself tight, loving on yourself, being gentle, patient, loving, kind, for whatever's arising for you right now. If it's an emotion, beautiful. See if you can be with that and let it release. If it's your mind being, saying things, see if you can be gentle with it. Let it say whatever it's saying without judging it or trying to make it stop. If it's your body talking to you really loud with a sensation or a feeling, see if you can just let it be there and listen to what it has to say. Let's take a few cleansing breaths in through the nose and slowly out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose and slowly out through the mouth. A few more. Emotions can be uncomfortable and our brains don't like discomfort. So sometimes we unconsciously try to do everything possible to avoid them. It is brave what you've done today, taken time for yourself to honor this emotion, to bring your hands to your heart. Whatever way you want, could be palm over palm, could be your fingertips on your heart. And I want you to close your eyes and I want you to say thank you. Thank you for your willingness to show up. Thank you for your willingness to be kind, gentle, loving. Thank you for your willingness to be with what is here today. One more breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then you're going to slowly open your eyes, look around at your environment, come back to this present moment. And then slowly go about your day, just noticing if anything else arises throughout the day and see if you can pause. See if you could stop. See if you could bring your hands to your body and just say, I hear you. I see you. I'm here. I'm listening. And if you find this practice supportive, please like, share, subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Have a beautiful day.